Hilltop.
SMO smooth. Always. I've been drinking too much. That's why I don't gotta drink.
What you been drinking, man?
Right
What you been drinking? Let's talk about it.
Can we talk about it?
What have you been drinking today?
You know, I've been drinking the famous Cosmopolitan.
Ooh,
let me get
classy.
Yes.
Classy but sassy.
Yes. And ladies, this drink was famous in the 90s. Trivia of why? Who made it famous? What show?
Oh, it's a show? Because you know where I was about to go. I was about to go
show? I'm going to give you
to Caucasian white women made it famous, staying at home with nothing to do.
What show? Okay. Close.
Okay.
Close. What show though? What you think? In the 90s.
In the 90s?
In the 90s.
And it was a show?
It was a show. Popular. Everybody has been trying to be duplicated. Come on. Okay.
Really? I don't know. I got nothing.
Sex in the City.
Shut up. Duh, Hillary. I should have known that.
Drink, honestly.
I thought they were martinis, but you might be right, Cosmo.
No, it was the Cosmopolitan. This drink hit the scenes, really became popular because of the hit series Sex in the City.
Makes so much sense.
And so here it is. I've been buzzing on it. That's why I'm smooth. today. And so this is a great drink to make.
Yeah.
And here it is. All you need is 1.5 ounces of citrus vodka. I'm gonna say an ounce of really triple sec.
Yeah.
Grand Marnier.
Triple sec is always missed.
Lime juice, cranberry juice. It says a little 0.5%, but just a splash, y'all.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a splash.
Ooh, it's a classic. It's for sure a classic. So I'm with it. Like it's one of those when you're just chilling at home, like tonight, you can go whip up real quick and just have it while you enjoying the eFFect. What up?
And it has like some of my favorite ingredients, like a lime and cranberry go.
Yeah,
Lime,
they do.
cranberry, vodka.
Yeah, like it's just a basic. It's a solid drink. So yeah,
solid drink.
Shout out to Odie but Goodie.
Yeah.
Odie but Goodie.
Sex in the City was a classic. Even I was tuned in.
It still is a classic. I don't know how I missed that. I don't know how I missed that. I know good and well that is their solid drink. It's still a classic. They still play them. You know, you can't go wrong with a good Sex in the City. I always wish they would have had that black character. Regular.
Ooh.
You know, they bought in Blair Underwood at the very end. But that's neither here nor there. But shout out to all the ladies from Sex in the City. Girlfriends we did. They did girlfriends
was a long little stretch.
They did them wrong. Okay, stop. Let's talk about what we came here for.
Okay.
Let's talk about a little football. How'd your team do? How'd you do?
Well, how did you do?
No. We're starting with you. And I don't know what this meant. What? Did
Got a little hot in here. It got a little hot in here because the game I was on my feet the whole game. I was on my feet all the way through. We have a kid that needs tissue.
Okay. Talk to me about what y'all got hot in here. Let's talk about it for real. Go ahead. Let's explain the Broncos.
It was a horrible game.
Thank you
that we won.
That.
Very excited about it. We beat San Fran on a score of 10-11. Just a horrible game. It was really about our defense. Honestly, I don't know if just a horrible game. But
y'all did get a dub. I ain't got nothing to say. Listen,
it was really a defensive game. I just gotta point out some people.
You had some great D. I would absolutely say that the D was spectacular. That is what won you all the game for sure. But I'm glad that you acknowledged that it was somewhat of a sloppy game.
I had to bend over a few times. I'm closing my eyes. Are we gonna score?
You had to get lost. Like
I did. I got lost. I went down like that, and then I came back. I would tell you there was one point in the game where I was like, the safety actually saved San Fran from the interception that happened in the back of the end zone. But it was a horrible game. It was a defensive game. I do feel like there are some things that we proved. Was that our D come on, y'all.
Y'all got some solid D over there.
Solid.
Y'all got some solid D.
It's solid.
Y'all got some solid D.
So, what you do?
I know the game.
Well, shout out to y'all did. Y'all got y'all little dubbage. We, on the other hand, folks, did not. Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs took a loss to the Indianapolis Colts. Now I want to do that because I want to do that little emoji that's shaking my head.
To the Colts that got blown out the week before?
To the Colts that we have historically whooped their ass. Those Colts. So they finally got a dub on us. Let's be clear. But yeah, it was a shitty game. I mean, people will say, yeah, they got a dub, but we actually lost that game. We actually gave them that game. I mean, we had missed extra point. We had missed field goal attempts. We had failed bake field goal attempts. And then we get a stupid ass call in a pivotal moment. Now, I'm not going to put that game all on Chris Jones, but Chris, you should know better. You know, you should know better. We were going.
I want to come in here because you can't tell that to a Colts fan. the Colts fan is gonna say we beat y'all fair and square.
I said when you talk about W's and L's, they got a dub. But let's be clear, it was some mistakes that we made, and I'm glad we're making them in September because that shit can't roll. Listen, Chris, I love you, brother. He is my guy. He is our defense, but it was such a stupid call. He got a 15-yard penalty for some words, so I'm assuming he said something very, very harsh. He must have said so. I don't even want to think about what he said, but it had to be something high level because we had just sacked on a 3rd down, was about to get the ball back. We had less than 5 minutes. So theoretically, we were already up 3. We could have ran the clock down. Neither here nor there. I don't want to put it on that one man. I will tell you, Travis Kelce dropped a ball that was very much unlike him. He don't drop too many. The pressure, the defense was coming. They held Mahomes. No, there was a lot of things we did. I will tell you, we got to do better with special teams. No. Let me break this down. Because you're right. We lost. It is what it is. But we have to do better with special teams. Our offense needs to get on the same page, right? Because, yes, indeed, we have the best quarterback in the NFL. But we got to unite. We got to unite. We got to unite. We got to come out and show that identity.
Say you got the best quarterback in the NFL?
I said what I said.
And I'm saying what you said is wrong.
I said what I said.
And I'm saying what you said is wrong.
You gotta, and I ain't gonna have this here. What happened? Now this was something that was crazy.
Here? I didn't like it.
I get it. I think Eric Bieniemy and them thought listen, this is a good time. Let's just go out to bow down. And here comes Patty doing what he should do and say, nah, let me go and Hail Mary, get 3 points something. I do believe that he was valid for his argument. And I think sometimes you need this. Passion is needed. You need to see that sometimes the coaches and the teams are not always together.
As being disgruntled.
Oh my God! According to who?
Being disgruntled.
What no disgruntled?
Is there more gaps here that is being exposed? Is there the chemistry off? Are you guys missing some pieces like a Tyreek Hill? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Is that what's happening?
Very clear.
You lost to a team.
Be very clear.
Who got blown out the week before? Not the mighty Colts. Not the mighty Colts.
Be very clear. We have lost something with Tyreek here, but we still have identity. We still have identity in who we are as a team. And all we got ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. We just got to straighten up and show that we are as good as a team with or without Tyreek Hill. There's some things that we have to straighten up. Okay. Indeed. Our defense, let me tell you, the key takeaway for me was defense. Defense stepped up in any way you put it. Our defense is young, fast, talented, and we just got to start meshing. It's September. It's game 3. I ain't got no worries. Was I disappointed that we took an L? Absolutely. But I do believe that we're going to get it together. Unfortunately for us, we got one of the hardest schedules in the NFL.
Colts was pretty easy. No, Colts was pretty easy.
Any given Sunday, ain't no such thing as easy. We own the Colts. We've whipped up on them. So they needed a victory. We went into Indy. Let's be clear. Again, we messed up. There were some things we didn't do well. There were some things they did well. They was on my quarterback's ass, right? But at the end of the day, again, we're going to straighten it out. Hopefully, we're going to get it together. We got the Buccaneers up next. I know. I told you we got the hardest schedule. But we're going to show.
What, you winning? What you doing? Y'all winning against?
Of course, I'm going to always say we're going to take that. I mean, Tom Brady ain't just been looking great. They're not looking unified either. There's a lot of slip-ups.
Tough week.
It was. We lost.
Come on, keep Chargers.
The Bucks lost.
Chargers
took an L. We can't really talk about the Chargers. And then, of course, the Bills. That.
Tough week.
The Bills.
Tough week of some football.
Can we talk about the Buffalo game?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So, the Bills played Miami and took a loss.
There's a special player on Miami, though.
Who?
It's that quarterback.
I know you would. Let's talk about Tua. I messed the name up. Is that his name?
We got Tua.
Let me look up. I can never say his name.
Tua. Someone tell me if we right. Is it Tua?
I think it's Tua. Okay.
No, Tua's new on the scene. I don't know much about him. I just know that he's holding it down. He is holding it down for Miami.
I mean, there's two teams undefeated. It's the Miami Dolphins and then it's the Philadelphia Eagles. And both of them got some dynamic, young, black quarterbacks.
But can we say we have a lot of young, dynamic black quarterbacks in the league?
We do.
That
when you
right
stop and
now
think about it's pretty
balling. I think it's unique.
Yeah.
I wonder how many is this the most that we've ever had in the league or not?
You know, there'd be a good something to check out. I will tell you, I see it, and it's exciting to see all these Brown brothers out here really doing some dynamic things on the field. Back to Miami, though, what a game. What a game. There was a lot of mistakes there, too, but the only thing that stands out to me is hands down the Buffalo Bills coordinator losing it. Losing his mind. Losing it. Now you saw that.
I didn't see it.
So the Dolphins beat the Bills 21-19.
Okay.
They went in again. It wasn't just the best. Tua actually left a little bit in the game. He got bruised up, which I questioned because I didn't feel like they properly went according to protocol when it comes to a concussion. Like they let him out. That man looked out of it. He came right back in. So I'm very shocked that was. And then Josh Allen got a little beat up as well. Josh Allen got beat up as well. So it was, it was one of those kind of games. But again, ultimately the Bills lost. And what happens? They go right to their offensive coordinator. Let's take a look at it. I mean, he lost it. Let's just check it out and see what goes down. It wasn't a good look.
Cobb gets away. Oh my goodness! How did he escape? It goes off to McKenzie. He'll drive and dance. The clock continues to tick. They got to spike it. Picks up 11. The clock is at 5. The clock is at 3. Miami's 1. Zero's on the clock. They run out of time in the end, and the offensive coordinator Dorsey.
Do you see this? It's all white man anger at its finest. White man anger at its finest. Now, had that been a brother, that'd have been like, anger issues.
No, they would have
They're so aggressive. Did you see they would have arrested
him? Suspended him. No, let's be clear.
Oh,
they
my goodness.
Arrested him and suspended the man.
That's crazy.
What is going on
let's just get a breaking news though. Breaking news alert. So we were just talking about Tua, and I just said last game he got taken out because of what it looked like in the concussion, but they put him back in tonight as they're playing Monday or Thursday night football. He just got taken out the game and rushed to the hospital. Shout out to Tua. Prayers and love. But that's what I'm saying. I legit just said I don't know if they follow protocol last game, right? Because they put him right back in. And so now I think, and they were coming back. Let's see what the current score is. It was 15-20 just not too long ago.
I wonder how much of him going back in is him, right? Of saying we know you might got a concussion, but does a player be like, no, I'm good.
And that's why they put the concussion protocol in place. Players would always do that, right? Players always feel like I'm good. So that's why it's in place. So you're supposed to make that judgment call. And so putting him back in the game last week, and I'm not saying that totally is connected to why he just went out and got rushed to the hospital, but it makes you say, score is now 27-15. Bengals is still up, but much prayer and love to Bengals, and I think it's the final seconds of the game, so it looks like the Bengals are going to come out with the victory there. That is tough. That is so tough. So
football is a dangerous sport.
It's a dangerous sport.
I love it. It's aggressive, but it's these things that
right.
It makes me just be like, ugh.
And I think, again, to the point, that's why they put protocols in place. Like, come on, coaches. I know y'all want to win, but you got to look out for these boys, right? Which makes me just think about Lamar, right? Like, we go back to him. He's out here playing, betting on himself. Lamar Jackson, that is.
Yeah.
He's betting on himself.
Yeah.
Down to his kind. He's good, but did you just see what happened to Tua? Something like that happened. It's over for my man. Yeah. And I think that's why a lot of people are like, man, pay attention. Like, is it worth it? But he is betting on himself, and he is killing out there for sure. But it's just when you think about it.
Do you think that, at this point, pay me my money or somebody going to sit out?
I mean,
play? Is it selfish of him if he was to sit out? And
what his team would look at him?
Jeopardize your team? I mean,
All you got is
about
one you, though. It is about
like,
you. When we look at
but
the
it's a
two
team.
getting taken out of, when we look at you getting carted off
true.
the field to the hospital,
Now, that is
it is
true.
about me and my
That
well-being.
is
Like,
true.
I want the greater good for the team, but ultimately, it
That's
gotta
true.
be about me, because that. We don't know when you know they didn't take him off and take him to the back. They took this man to the hospital. We don't know what that means. We don't, like when you see stuff like that. I bet you it's gonna hit home with Lamar. Like woo, you know.
well, I would
any
hope
given
so. That
Sunday,
says, listen, pay
any
me.
given Thursday,
Pay
like,
him, but we still paying Arizona Cardinals quarterback, and they what 1-2,
yeah,
1-2.
yeah.
Nice pay.
We
I
took
don't know.
care of them.
I
We
feel
took care of them
So
early
pay
on.
this man. Pay these black quarterbacks.
Pay,
They
yeah,
should
pay
be
these
getting,
men
I
their
feel
money.
like football players should be getting paid as much as basketball players. That get paid as much as baseball players.
Yeah,
Like,
give it.
pay
Baseball
these
players
men.
get out of it, and they
football players put. I feel like their
They
body.
put their
more at
bodies
risk.
more out there, yeah. I mean, baseball players sitting in the back, they chewing tobacco, listen to music, you know, and got the highest paid, like, you know, like straight up like that. But I think we got a insert of like what happened to Tua, just of the injury. I think we're gonna cue that up to check it out.
Well,
Did he get a penalty? Was there excessive force? Is there anything such as an excessive force penalty?
it's live out there.
That
If you
was,
got the ball, you can go down. He didn't go hit the
That
head,
was
but
really aggressive, though.
But it makes me think.
That
I'm
was
looking
really-
at that. That looked like that was probably still from he having some kind of effects from that last injury last week. Oh, that's awful. That is awful. Wow.
I almost questioned the hit.
Adjustments at halftime.
I really do. Can we run it again? Watch the guy come. Watch him come. Okay. Boom. Boom. Come on. Hillary. Hillary.
That I mean, maybe I gotta see it again.
Can we one more time, y'all?
I gotta
One
see
more time.
it again.
One more time. No.
That's the nature of the game,
One
baby.
more time.
I don't know if anything was illegal. Like he took him from the waist. He didn't bust him. Man, where started him? He didn't come with the Oh no, we are not making light of this situation at all.
But it's real.
Yeah, see,
traumatic.
that just pissed me off. That just pissed me off to the coaches
It's real, y'all.
and the docs and all you people on the sideline who getting paid to do your job to protect these players. You didn't do your job. What I just saw is effect from last week. I don't know if that was just right there. Based on that hit and what I saw, it looked like he like did some unforming stuff. I felt like it's not funny, but that was not cool, man. Shout out to Tua. And he's such a young man. So that I just don't like what I just saw. And so I really hope it wasn't nothing that affected his spine. Football's a terror. It's a man's sport.
It is.
It ain't made for everybody.
It is. I do want to just call out our next team who we're playing. Because I don't feel like the Raiders have had a good season thus far.
that's what y'all got next.
We got 0-3
Oh, man,
Raiders.
come on,
We
y'all
got
better get
0-3
dub
So I want
dubs.
to talk about it. Like,
Y'all better
how do
get
you
big
feel
dubs.
about them? Yeah.
I want to. Okay, this is where y'all show
How
up.
do you
This
feel
is
about
where
the
we see
Raiders?
your offense click.
You right.
This is where we see, and this is when it matters. The crazy thing is, 0-3 Raiders or not, that's a division game, and you know.
Oh, I already know.
Just like the
what's gonna be
Chargers, they're gonna bring it. They're gonna bring it. So I hope y'all get that dub. I hope y'all.
But I
get
just felt like everybody had the Raiders like really.
I think I did.
Really
I definitely had the Raiders a little bit higher than where they
leading the
were.
Division, really.
I definitely had the Raiders a little bit higher than where they were. So that might be
I
shame on me.
did not see them going 0-3.
Yeah. Again, but you know, when you say that, do you even feel comfortable? 0-3. Y'all, how many games we got in football? So we didn't even hit the quarter yet. We didn't even hit the first quarter. The first quarter is at least 4 games, right?
I don't care.
What are we talking about here?
Here?
Okay.
It's how you start and end and finish.
So that's who y'all play next week?
That's who we go.
Let's go. Let's go. No, I'm just playing. Both of you teams could flop. I wouldn't care. Tie or something. Doesn't that mean tie is like a win?
No, we ain't tying. Ain't both teams. Broncos ain't flopping. You better rebound. That's what you better do. Y'all better. You heard me say it. Y'all better rebound. Y'all better rebound.
Again.
That's all I gotta say.
I say this so humbly. I'm talking about like so humbly. Although we have the best QB in the league, we just have to tighten up on our offense. We have to become unified. We have to bring back the identity because we got so many weapons. So I truly believe the Chiefs are going to be okay. We going to be all right. Talk to me when we get to the half season. Then I might get a little shaky. If some things aren't looking right then I'll be a realist with you. But right now, I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping.
As you're real.
I am. I'm not tripping. Come on, Buccaneers. Here's the thing. I know we were talking about possibly having to go to and play in Minnesota because of the hurricane. Hurricane Ian. But I think earlier today they made a decision that they're still going to stay in Tampa.
I think it's stupid.
I do too. This is what you see what I'm saying? I think this show was shifted.
It started out as wasn't like a Category 5 hurricane. What are they saying? Like land swelling in waves up to 15 feet.
I thought the governor was saying it's too late for people to leave. That's what I'm saying. Do they really care about the players? Or do they just care about the game?
Money.
Do they just care about the game?
It's money.
It's going to be a big bang bang. I mean, we got Sunday Night Football. Of course, it's all big when you got the one and only big homie, Patrick Mahomes, going against Tom Brady. So,
we already know what the outcome is.
Oh, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just expecting that it's going to be the same outcome of when you guys went and played each other in Super Bowl. You guys didn't win. The Bucks did. So I'm just thinking of flashback. Let's go Bucks!
It's lonely at the top, man. You up top, everybody want to knock you down. Haters gonna hate.
No, man.
Let's just go. Like I said, this is going to be an interesting game. We are going to Tampa, so we're going to see. I was actually kind of rooting for us to go to Minnesota just because, neutral grounds. But all good. We're going to see what's happening. Before we get off football, I definitely got to give a shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all 3-0. Like, yikes. And Jalen is out there. Jalen is balling. Jalen is balling. They had a heck of a game this past week where they went up against a big rival, the Washington. I still want to say Redskins.
Commanders.
But they're now the Commanders. My bad. The Washington Commanders, they won with a score of 24-8. And balled out. Jalen walked away with 340 yards, 22 for 35, 3 touchdowns. And their team was big on defense. Craziest thing I heard, 6 sacks. 6 sacks in one game. So, shout out to the Eagles. Listen, Jalen, another young black quarterback doing big things. I can't wait to see what the season lies for them. What lies ahead?
He's got a bright future, I think, in this league overall. I think they're predicted to go very far through the season.
Yeah, they look nice. AJ Brown looks good. They got a nice few little new additions and, young, thriving. Of course, they went up against their previous quarterback in Carson Wentz. Poor Carson. I just think it's over
It's
for him.
time.
And it's crazy because, he had came out of college. He was the big thing. And then came right to Philly, won a Super Bowl, and then flopped.
I feel like football will wash you up. Teddy Two Gloves, Carson Wentz.
Teddy's still out there playing. Well, shit, Teddy going to have to step all the way up from Miami. If Two out. That's who's over there doing that thing. He's still back good. You just saying that because he didn't show up for the Broncos.
He still ain't good.
Y'all did him dirty.
Luck out there, he ain't good either. Y'all go ahead.
Matt Ryan's still trying to do his thing. Clearly, we saw. So, it's some still holding on. Keep it on, holding on. I think Carson Wentz is one of them, but he don't make it this year. I think it's a wrap for him, actually. I think we're going to be seeing him commentate, which is cool. That's still good checks. Commentators get good checks, to my understanding.
Right. He ain't recovered from the injury.
Yeah.
He hasn't recovered, so.
He has. But he bought Philly a ring, so, I guess good. All football. Again, y'all going to be taking on Raiders next week. Again, check out the Chiefs Sunday night against the Bucks. We're excited to just see that match. I'm really excited that we getting this early matchup with Tommy, just to kind of see. Man, yeah, I promise.
Sorry.
But before, we about to take a little break. We got some things up next. It's been a little foolery. I'm excited to talk to everybody about it. So please.
What's going on? Can you give me a sneak peek? What's happening?
Sneak peek. There's been some allegations over the NBA. Sounds like a coach has been dipping his toe where it shouldn't be dipped.
You got the juice.
We got the juice.
We got the juice.
Y'all make sure go get a drink. Try the Cosmopolitan.
Yeah,
let's try the Cosmo.
They better go get that Cosmo.
Pour you up a Cosmo, whatever it is, and come back for us as we take a quick break. Y'all know what it is. It's the eFFect. See you in a sec. All right. Welcome back. It's the eFFect. It's your girl Hilltop Smooth, where we talking all things football foolery. So let's get into a little foolery, man. What's going on? What's going on out here? Why can't men just... No, I'm not going to say that. Listen, you can't help who you love. Sometimes you love who you love. But let's get into it. The story, the hot off the press.
Okay.
Boston Celtics coach. I'm sorry, I'm probably going to slander his name. Ime Udoka. Also, baby daddy and I guess fiance to famous and beautiful actor Nia Long. I mean, that's what you said. And then I looked it up and I guess... I mean, they got engaged. They got engaged in 2015.
Yep,
I'm just saying they got engaged in 2015. Are you still a fiance or I don't know? I'm not judging.
Shut up.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's a long
time partner.
Okay,
don't even say
long time partner Nia Long and head Boston Celtics coach who's recently been in a huge scandal. Supposedly he has been having an affair with a lady staffer of the Boston Celtics. So much so that it has went against their policy, and the Boston Celtics have come out with huge punishment of a 1-year suspension because of his involvement with this supposedly lady staffer. Listen.
Who's the staffer?
I don't know.
That's where the juice lies. So what's speculations?
What's the speculations is that this staffer is a young lady who actually helps with the team's travel and, peep this, has actually helped Nia Long and her family with travel arrangements, specifically when she moved or came into Boston.
Okay, but why did is it more to it?
Well, I think
there more because Matt Barnes had to come and retract his statement.
Yes,
because it was deeper than what we know.
Well, first let's just be clear that it has been said that this is consensual sex. So we're not talking about him and this particular individual being like taken. However, they are saying that it's been word that he has had some unwanted giving some unwanted passes to other female staffers. So I do think that it's going to come out. Here's the craziest thing. Exactly. I think that's the biggest thing. Is supposedly this is like the vice president's wife. Yeah. And he found out about it because she was having a conversation with him and he saw it through their Ring doorbell. She thought she was stepping out to have a private call and he captured the call on their Ring doorbell. And to my knowledge, he is actually the individual that blasted this and let it be known everywhere. One, because he's in his feelings because you fucking my wife.
I was going to say a white man scorn.
A white man scorn. You fucking my wife. But two, you a black man. That's exactly like you fucking my wife. So I think he would do it. But you're a brother fucking my wife. And so
what's worse?
For him, that it's a brother. He probably could have took it to homie Tom. Right. Tom was dipping in it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's okay, Tom. I get it. She's hot. Because the brother, like, he can't never go back.
It could have been his brother that dipped in. Tom's real brother.
Yeah, wow. It's a huge scandal. And it's unfortunate because the NBA season is kicking off. I think preseason is actually in effect starting like next week. With like their first game as early as like late October. And so, the distraction, the Boston Celtics got so close. They did not win it, but they did make it to the finals. And so, I think this team was really thinking like, yeah, this is our team. We're going to have our coach. This was his first year and he took them there. And so.
But I think, does this bring any turmoil? So he comes back next year. You suspend him for a year. He comes back next year. The vice president is still there. What is the relationship or the morale gonna be?
I don't think that brother coming back.
Go ahead and sit up there and
I don't think he coming back.
Will they risk that though? Like, is it money? Because tickets brings money, right? It bring.
I mean,
so if this guy has gotten you damn near all the way, he's got some talent.
Yeah, no, right? I think in the office, they're going to say we can replace the coach before we can place the players. I think he will be replaced. I do not think he's coming back. I think this is too big of a scandal. And I think the fact because all parties are involved within the Boston Celtics organization.
On the wife, though? There are some all parties.
That's a good question. She had to have been suspended. Something. It sounds like she was just a travel agent for him or something. Like just book travel, and that probably is only because she's the president's wife or the vice president's wife. So you try to keep everything in house, but They gonna let the brother go. He's expendable. And it's just tough because, you know, again, he is the father of Nia Long's youngest son. She has 2 sons. The oldest is not his, but, you know, they're a family. She's picked up and she's moved there to be with him. You saw her during their time, like celebrating and so excited and saying all these beautiful things on Instagram. So, you know, again, another black woman slapped in the face, you know what I'm saying? Because her mate is stepping out, and it's always something when it's like, dang, with Becky? Like, why with Becky? I would have rather Baretha. But with Becky, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Could you have not done it with a big booty girl?
you know what I'm saying?
Big booty black girl.
You know, so big,
color.
huge scandal. You know, I think a couple of the players have come out and spoken, and just like, you know, it's hard. They're all baffled too. They found out when the rest of us found out, and I think it's that thing of like, we don't want this to be the focus. We about to kick off the season. Like, this should not be. This takes us away, and so I really hope that it doesn't affect the team. Even though, how could it not?
I think it's
right.
wrong.
You got to get another
It's
coach
so
in
wrong.
there. Like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna say infidelity is right, cheating is right, but I do feel like it took 2 to do this.
It does.
So the suspension, to me, I think it's a little egregious.
I do too, and I think if you go back to some of the sports analysts, specifically Stephen A. Smith, he kind of said that. Like, listen, let's not talk like this culture doesn't exist. Let's not talk like this hasn't happened. There's been history of this type of things. Like, why this man got to get so harsh, right? He's not saying it's right by any means, but this happens. We've heard about affairs and things within it, and you know, sometimes it just always feels, and you never want to pull the card. It's like, hey, do you got to make an example, or y'all trying to make something? So, yeah, it's one of them things where it's like, I'm like, yeah, bro, you shouldn't have been stepping out, but it was consensual. I think we have to remember to just make that a big part. This was consensual, 2 adults. They were just a little dishonest to their other mates.
Yeah. I think it's a little people cheat. I'm not gonna condone it, but hey, I think it was egregious.
Man,
But can I just mention this one, because I just thought it was funny, because Tory Lanez is once in the news again. He's a bully. No, I gotta call Tory Lanez is a bully. He was caught out there on this weekend 2 weekends ago and ran into August Alsina. August Alsina tried to dab him up. Tory Lanez just dabs him up.
Wow.
Busted him, splits his old mouth.
Wow.
And August doesn't even know why.
Oh, no.
Yes.
He leaking.
Yes. Well,
Wow.
August did. There was some like turmoil back in the day when him and Jada Pinkett had their entanglement. And Tory said something about it. And so
I
August
kind of do remember that.
didn't want him speaking on the relationship.
Yeah.
He didn't want him speaking on the relationship. And so when August tried to go dab him up, they ran into each other at a nightclub, tried to dab him up, and then Tory just got him.
Wow.
Tory, you're a bully.
So, well, yeah, because Tory he always is some
Still
stuff.
on trial for Megan.
He is. Yeah, he did.
You know, there's a lot of messy stuff.
There's a lot of messiness going on. I seen the baby just had some comments about Megan, like people trying to.
That? Do we really got to do? When do men start pulling women's cards?
I don't know. When they trying to sell records, when they trying to, it's becoming a lot of bitch men. You like, let's be clear, like bitches ain't just females. Like it's a lot of dudes that got that bitch tatted to them. So you know, Tory Lanez, the baby, I got love, but I'm starting to think. I mean, when he had that little spit back with baby mama, I was like, okay.
On Facebook Live.
Okay, he got a little bit of fem in him, like, cause that's just a little too much. I don't know, man, going back and forth, but dang. Well, August, I hope you heal up soon.
It's not right. Tory, keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hand. Look.
Baby, wrong
the
for going out and trying to call her to put even talk about your relationship with Megan on your song, on your album.
Trying to sell. They done already tried to low key cancel you. Like, don't go with Megan. Like that's not cool.
Leave Megan alone, though, y'all.
And tried to say something about her dude, Party, right? He said something about Party, tried to come at him or had to shut him up. Like, oh man. And the baby got spit. So I don't even know if you need all that controversy and got to put all that extra. Just use your talent. Use your talent, right? Let your talent speak.
I just had a flashback moment. You know, Megan Thee Stallion got shot in her pinky toe.
You gonna shoot my girl in her pinky toe? Now, come on!
Yeah.
You gonna have to see me. Come on, You gonna shoot me in my no.
You gonna shoot me in my
pinky toe. Yep. And she probably forgave him because I know they had a lawsuit, all of that. But like you said, Tory Lanez is a bully. And August is a little. I don't know. I would have thought he got a little softness to him. I would have thought August would have. I was like, now wait a minute.
Jada, listen, that entanglement messed him up.
Oh no, it just got him in a peaceful place. He's at a peaceful place. He's probably doing more.
Is he?
Yeah, okay. But he tried it right there.
Look at that piece.
He tried it right there.
That's what that piece is getting him. Your mouth busted open.
But I heard, I did hear from this Tory Lanez and lost a couple gigs. I think he got pulled off a tour. So, violence ain't always the way, and everybody always watching everything you do. Speaking of which, a few weeks ago, I brought up Tiffany Haddish, and remember her being hit with a child abuse, sexual assault, child abuse, and all charges got dismissed. Yay, Tiff. However, she ain't got no jobs. She lost all her gigs.
So, I have to back. Did you ever watch the video or the clips or the skit of like what it was?
I didn't. I've never seen the skit. Mm-hmm. Is it like?
No, I just haven't either.
I don't even know if they released the skits. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But both her and Aries, who was also a comedian, was accused, but just recently or earlier this week, all charges were dismissed. And the young lady who was pressing the charges asked that it be dismissed without prejudice or with prejudice, whatever which says that she can never bring it back up. And then did all this. I've known Tiffany and my family
for a long time.
So I'm like, dang, you sure are singing another tune. Do you think some dollars were involved? Or do you think that's just strictly like, I knows what I did was wrong, but do you think some money's involved?
I almost felt like did this little girl try to do a Kevin Hart scandal? Where I knew you when you weren't nothing and now you are something, so I want your money. Let's not forget
homeboy that tried to do that. You right.
Yeah, cousin. Kevin Hart's cousin, right? Try to do that. And so I think now she probably felt guilty. Like, dang, I'm really tearing this woman's life up. So I want to now go ahead and reconcile and say, nah, she's really not a bad person. But the thing is, you done messed up her coins. I think Tiffany Haddish should sue her.
Defamation or whatever it is. I agree with you. It's time that you push back because you people can't do that, man. We cannot allow something like that to happen, and then you get a culture of everybody like, oh, well, I remember when this celebrity did this to me. I'm gonna sue him. I'm gonna say, like, you can't do that, like, and you can't be backpedaling now. You put all this shit like to affiliate child abuse, sexual child abuse with a person's name, and like, I don't care if it is dismissed. Anytime you Google, that's probably still gonna come up. Like,
that's just like Ricky Martin. Remember Ricky Martin? Hillary.
What about with Ricky?
Don't do this to me.
What happened with Ricky? I be missing stuff.
On CNN, girl. Ricky Martin's nephew came out and said that he was having a sexual relationship with him, and his aunt Ricky Martin was abusing him for years.
No, I did not. Was it dismissed?
Yeah, it finally came out. It was dismissed.
Okay.
The nephew, but it was breaking news. Allegation of Ricky Martin messing with his nephew, molesting him for years. And so Ricky Martin has said it has caused so much damage to his character for his nephew to make that allegation, and it wasn't true.
Didn't know it.
Yeah,
didn't know, but that's how quick and even how quick we as society so quick to believe them. Because I think Arius in this case was like, nah, keep that same energy. Y'all keep that same energy that y'all had with me prior to this being dismissed. Because people, again, you hear that and you automatically, oh, it was true. It was true. Pleasure P. Remember a while ago, Pleasure P, something about him messing with his nieces and nephews, and they were like, no, it wasn't true. So it's like sometimes we do have to, as much as you're like, you want to always believe the person, you do got to hear. You gotta hear the facts.
Well,
that's why it's innocent till proven guilty. That was his nephew.
I know they just showed the pictures of.
That was his nephew.
Yeah.
You sure that wasn't? I don't know if that's his nephew. That might be his significant other. Yeah, that's not a nephew.
Okay.
Well,
they still good. Yes.
Yeah, Ricky. That's a good little couple. That's a good little couple. So yeah, I didn't know about this. You know what else I didn't know about? This is crazy. Now, sweetie pies. Sweetie Pies, which was a show. I never really tuned in, but I knew the main characters was Sweetie Pie, which was like Miss Robbie, her son, her nephew. And so the son had just got convicted this week of plotting and killing the nephew. How did I miss the memo?
Hillary? I don't know, but I think that it's tragic.
That is wild. And Tim was a main part of this. So Tim is the gentleman in the suit who has been convicted of murder for hire. So he set up his nephew to get killed.
But why though? I know that they had some.
They said over life insurance. Supposedly, weeks prior to the killing, he went out and took like a $450,000 life insurance out on the nephew. And so killing. And it was a fake one at that. So they said he had all these. So they've even charged the gentleman that helped him with the life insurance papers because they submitted all this false paperwork and set this up. So yes, what you were about to say, y'all killing folks for $450,000, and then he brought a stripper involved who like called the nephew outside, and then the man who actually did the shooting is actually who started talking and told on Timmy Norman. Yeah, found guilty of his own nephew for $450,000.
Like, you are a selfless mother sucker.
That's awful.
Take your nephew's life, and for what and for why?
Nothing. Money.
Cruel world. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's a popular show.
The show's over. The restaurant shut down. This was in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, she had to shut of course. What? Now, they said she was there. She's been there the whole time. She was even when he got convicted in the courthouse. But yeah, she's had to shut the restaurant down. Because, I mean, you can't... You got to start all over. New name, new restaurant, new everything. Like, but sorry for the victims in this case. And I feel bad. I feel so sorry for Tim. Like, there's so many things that you could have done to get $450,000, especially on the level that they were on, a big show on network. And man, what people will do, it gets grimy out here. Grime.
Well, goodbye to Sweetie Pies.
No. That's awful. Goodbye to Sweetie Pies.
Goodbye to Sweetie Pies.
What else is happening, man? They're saying that Hurricane Ian is about to bring the heat, right? Or is it slowing down? I mean, it gotta be. If y'all got my Chiefs coming, y'all better make sure that things are listen. We don't want no problems. We want the Chiefs to make it back home safely. But you said we're gonna be all right. Yeah, that's a big thing moving down through the South and through there. Like, so everyone in the southern parts and in Florida, like, again, our prayers are with y'all. Take cover. Like, we know what hurricanes can do.
I think for the most part, it is for now. It's the rain. The surge from the rain, from the waters where they're concerned about. And so I think now that I don't know if it's hit groundfall now, that it's not a hurricane, but like a tropical 4 storm now. But they're looking at the surge, and it seems like the whole state of Florida is emerged.
That's wild.
Submerged with water.
That's wild.
So, I mean, truth be told, there's 2 states we got to worry about from an earthquake.
Glad you was going here.
Or a hurricane, and that is Florida or California.
Killer Cali.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's a state that I'm moving to, flood zone.
I mean, they say all of that can be underwater. I mean, they've been telling us forever that Cali was going underwater. I mean, I feel like in elementary or middle school, they was like, California.
Until one day when it does. Yeah. Until earthquake comes and some shit happen, and then we're like, we told you so.
I think all those islands, though, when you look at it, you think about St. Lucia, all of them, like, they just, disaster away. So, but yeah, shout out, all love to everybody down in Florida. Y'all take cover, protect yourself, get your insurance up, all of that.
It's just a weird state. You know what I mean? It's just a weird. It's got a lot of there. No, there's a lot of weird. Politics is weird.
They didn't isn't that the place that just the whole apartment building collapsed? It was people under the rubble.
Mar-a-Lago. That's all in Florida. That's all. Remember the guy who was running for governor that was the black man?
Yep. It is a little weird. They got some weird stuff going on.
Black man had a whole secret life going with other men, and he a whole married man. It's all right. It's all right. Florida's weird.
Well, with that said, before we end the show, y'all always know we always gotta come with a nice little fashion segment. Well, first of all, First of all, shout out to everybody because we are officially in fall. Best season ever. Happy autumn. How you feel about fall? You know, fall's where it's at. I know you're a summer girl, but
I get with it a little bit.
Cooler weather, beautiful colors, all the football you can talk about. Time for the crock pots. Bring your crock pots out. It's crock pot season. You know what it is. So it's exciting to be in the fall. But when I think about the fall, I always think about, warmer colors and just all of that. And so I thought about this. So let me tell you, I was able to go to a concert this past weekend and walking into the line, I saw 10 people in Army fatigue.
Oh my God.
I was like, well, geez, Louise, is it Army fatigue season?
Well, how you do it. It's
I was
how
like, well,
you do it.
yes, it is Army fatigue season.
You got the Army with the leopard?
Exactly how you do it. So that is our fashion highlight today, folks, is Army fatigue fashion. Bring it back up. Let's get into it. So, I wanted to get highlighted. Yeah, of course, classic. Highlight how you rock your Army fatigue in a proper way. And as you see, there's some little cargo, slim fit joggers. With your J's. Here was a good look for me. This is where she really made it hers. Bought a little jacket, took it off that shoulder.
Cute.
Super cute and sexy, girl.
Yeah.
Army fatigue just don't gotta be for the Army.
For the baby.
Look for the baby, the little bows, little onesies. How cute.
Oh.
Put a little white shirt with that little white little onesie. Yeah, styling all the way.
That first picture, I didn't even think about.
Yeah, we
the
gonna bring
Army
it back.
With the
We gonna bring it back.
Oh.
Bring it back.
Well,
listen
how
you take it to another level.
You ain't
know?
done with
Yeah, no, I'm not done.
This is the green tie.
You feel me? And this is a professional. This is from the work to the cocktail hour. Like hot. Just the way the next level of how you can really define your fashion.
And then how you even take that to the next level. Walk past a woman smelling good.
Yes, with your fatigue on. Like, hey.
That get you some numbers and some play.
Right? This is a great one for me too. I just love this like full body skirt. Yes. Full body skirt. And all she did was pair it with a little white tee. You could do the same with denim. I think denim and Army fatigue are amazing together. Khaki and Army fatigue, white, always. So yeah, that was a dope one too. This is just a little hot girl. Right. This is just hot season. So, but I love the jacket. I love how she popped the collar on them, rolled the sleeves. If you look closely, she actually cut it up, right? So, like most Army fatigue, big, heavy ones. Yeah, she made it a crop. So, extra little jacket. If somebody's in the Army and got some extra clothes there, now, you can get creative.
I remember back in like the 6th grade when fatigue was big. Like, I was going and my grandpa's like, let me get his big baggy fatigue jacket and his big, because it was about that lip.
Yep. And then there was one more. Go back to the very first one. Yeah, I think we got a couple more. So yeah, this is a way. But this, it's just dope. This is it. Yeah, but you see how she countered that. She put that leopard in with it. Yeah. Don't be afraid to mix prints, folks. Like, listen, we in a time of fashion where anything goes. Well, not anything. There's something.
Yeah, because zebra print.
You could do it with that. But if it was a tiger, orange, a burnt orange tigerish, it might work. 100%. It's based on really the back color of it because it goes. But see, like here, like she went all the way with a lime green, then hit you with a red chuck, right? Like she ain't scared. Color blocking on them.
Color block the fatigue.
And then you got your vest. Like, so I just want to show all these amazing ways that you can really Army fatigue. And this is just casual. This is just him like, man, let me throw in a little something. So yeah, there's so many ways. You got hats, you got scarves, you got Crocs. Like, yeah, I had to put a Croc out there. Come on.
No, this is traumatizing.
It's a nice little Croc.
I'm traumatized.
Croc, there's so many things. You got Army fatigue earrings out here. So yeah, wear Army fatigue. Don't be scared of it. Match it, mix it, rub it down. Oh no, what you traumatized for? What are you talking about? Because I gave you an array.
You already know where I'm going.
I know where you're going. Here's the thing.
You tried to go over it.
Here's the thing.
You gotta put that R. We're hotline, but you gotta go. No.
Yes, y'all.
No, we gotta talk about it. Nah, man, because I just want y'all to have a moment with me for a second. 2 weeks ago, this young lady decided to put up some Bronco attire.
It was featuring sportswear.
she was featuring sportswear. She gives us this basic ass shirt while she get these Kansas City Jordans. And so I'm traumatized because all of the effort that you put into this fatigue. But when I came and said to you, why'd you do that? Why'd you give us this Bronco shirt?
It's the first shirt that came up. I went to look. I mean, I put it in and that's what popped up. I'm not going to do no extra looking for that Bronco. Now, if you wanted me to, like, this is a nice shirt, folks. Tell me what is wrong with this shirt. You can up this, you can down it, you can sweat it, you can jean it, you can put it with
Why can't we have the Jordans?
Because that's not what popped up.
No, that's not what you said, Craig. You said
that's not what popped up, Hippie. Like
you said you weren't looking. The first thing that you got is this is what it is.
I looked, that's what came, and so that's what you got. Be very grateful. Be very grateful. Folks, we definitely got to shout out the AHRR Network. We definitely got to shout out the hotline. Please, please, please make sure that you're always hitting up the hotline where you can chime in, ask questions. That number is what? 720-698-6440.
Or better known as 720-MY-8040.
8040, shouty.
8040.
Yes.
Hit us up.
Yes, hit us up. Make sure you chime in. Make sure you chime in and check out the AHRR Network, all the amazing shows they have. We have tons of ways for you to stay interactive. Follow, subscribe. Shout out to the home team, AHRR Network.
Yes.
All right. All right. That's another show. That's another show. That's another show again. Much love. Sending our prayers out to Tua. Hope that I hope that looks in. We'll get an update and we'll talk about it next week. Shout out to my Chiefs.
Of course.
Good luck to your Broncos. I'm a team player. I'm a really good luck. I hope you all have a great game.
Take 0-3. It's gonna be a tough one. It's a division game.
I hope you all have a great game. Good luck, okay?
Well, I hope y'all rebound. I hope y'all rebound and come back.
I cannot. With that said,
so strong. It's like, let's go, Bugs.
Okay. With that said, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all know what it is. It's the eFFect every Thursday. Check us out. It's your girl Hilltop, the one and only Smooth. Please be safe, be careful, and stay dangerous. God bless. We out.